All right, let's do it.
I'll film you. Josh on the Versys.
What happened? What'd I do? I shifted it down and it turned off. Does it have to be in neutral to start it?
I don't think so. Your kickstand is down.
Oh, street bikes. Oh, this thing feels weird. All right. We are on the Versys-X 300. Wow. This thing is so smooth. Wind protection seems decent. Oh yeah. So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Each Adventure channel. My name is Josh, and today we get to test out riding my buddy Matt's Versys-X 300. And man, this is a bike that I've been wanting to ride since the day it was announced. Because I thought, sweet, a parallel twin 300 mini adventure bike. It sounds too good to be true. And I was really excited about it, and then I saw the specs. And I was like, like 5-ish inches of travel and not a lot of ground clearance. I was less than impressed, I guess you could say. But then I started seeing reviews about this bike, and a lot of people seem to really like it. You know, despite the limited suspension, a lot of people really seem to enjoy the bike as an overall complete package, and I can definitely see why. Alright, let's get her up on the highway. It doesn't have that punch. I mean, but it is comfortable, like cruising at 60 right now, it says, and it's not stressing at all. So it's feeling pretty good. This clutch is ridiculous. Like, it doesn't feel like it's attached to anything. Wind protection seems pretty good. I feel a little bit on my arms, but it seems wind seems to be hitting me like right at my visor. Alright, see how she does in the dirt. These foot pegs are tiny, but standing feels surprisingly good. You can grip the seat, it's like right at my knees. It's wider, it's definitely wider than a dirt bike for sure. Oh, that twin sounds so weird. Yeah, it doesn't have that pop that a dirt bike has. So this one also has the Shinko 244s, I believe. So off-road, definitely a huge improvement over the stock tires, I'm assuming. Got them about 20 PSI, and it really seems to be gripping this pretty well. Ergonomically, it's definitely different. Definitely more up on the tank. Definitely more street bikey in that regard. Yeah, it'll get up and go though. It's weird. It doesn't feel like it's working. It's so quiet. Yeah. So Matt's over there on my DRZ. Yeah, this is cool, man. It takes some getting used to having my legs open wide like this though. Yeah, I give Matt props for riding this on some of the stuff we did earlier today. We got in a little over our heads. But Versys did pretty good. See what else? So the seat is not very comfortable. It's okay. It's scooped. So my rear end has a stopper in the back, which is a little different if you're used to riding dirt bikes with dirt bike seats. Wow, that clutch is so weird. Baldy Mesa! Just gonna get some water. This thing is cool, man. It's so smooth.
You like it?
Yeah.
Like the mirrors don't even shake.
Yeah. Even at speed, you know what? I didn't really notice, but actually, now that you mentioned it, that was when I was looking behind to see if you were back there.
I could see everything.
Yeah. All right. Let's just stop for a little break. Oh yeah, you can definitely tell the difference. The 19-inch wheel versus a 21, especially with only about 5 inches of suspension travel. Let's see what else. So the mirrors are very clear, even at higher revs. I mean, I can barely see any vibration in the mirrors, and part of it's just because I'm in the dirt bouncing around. Yeah, these rubber inserts on the foot pegs though would have to go for sure for me. It feels really funny. Oh, about. Yeah, it feels pretty good though. Even in this sand it feels good. Let's see, the engine's got a real nice sound to it. Actually feels a lot bigger than it is. Freaking twin. Yeah, you definitely have to ride it different though. That's for sure. I think that's probably one of the biggest differentiators probably between this and a larger adventure bike like an Africa Twin or something that's got full-size front wheel and longer suspension. So you gotta just pick your lines a little more carefully with this thing and just ride it a little slower. But I mean, for adventure rides, like, that's kind of the point. You're not really brapping it out like you would a dirt bike, even though people do. Let's see, it climbs up these hills pretty well. The downshift a little bit. So you can see the red line on this thing is at 12,000 RPMs. Whoa, hey now. Woo! Yeah, it doesn't like the whoops. It does okay on these smaller ones though. I just can't get over how smooth it is. So what else? The bars feel actually pretty good. They're narrower than dirt bike bars, but they have a really good angle to them. They're not too wide. I was worried about that when I first sat on this at one of the dealers. I was like, those bars feel a lot different, but they actually feel real good. I haven't felt like they've altered my ability to ride it off-road at all. It does feel a little different when you get in that attack position, you know, standing up on the pegs. You know, you want something that's a little wider to stick your elbows out, but overall it's not too bad for this kind of riding. And so I ride with a group. I try to make the ride anyways every Wednesday, called the Flying Monkey Adventure Riders. If you haven't heard of them and you're in the SoCal area, definitely check out their Facebook page and join us on one of the Wednesday rides. We'd love to have you. But for me, a lot of those rides take place out near Temecula area, and I come from Corona and I work out in Redlands. So for me to make that ride, after everything's said and done, it usually ends up being about a 200-mile day or so for me, and it's just not fun on the DRZ. Like, it's just, you know, DRZ's fine on the highway, but it's not great. And I've always thought, you know, something like this would be perfect for that. It'll just, you know, cruise perfectly on the highway. There's no vibration, and then a lot of it's, you know, terrain very similar to this, not too much more difficult than this. And you know, I thought something like this, yeah, would definitely be perfect. And after riding this today, I definitely am able to validate my thoughts, I guess is what words I'm looking for, because this thing's pretty comfortable. It was great on the highway. It's pretty good in the dirt. Gets great gas mileage. It has a huge fuel tank. It's like 4-point-something gallon fuel tank. We can go around unless you want to go up. I just don't want to drop your bike.
I already dropped it. Put her down gently.
I would always do that.
I mean, if you want it, that's not a big deal.
Yeah, I should have traction most of the way up, I would think.
Whatever is your comfort zone. Just remember, keep the revs up and the momentum up. It doesn't. All the power is high.
First gear?
I would hit second with a little bit of speed.
Okay.
I just like to keep a little more momentum with this bike.
Okay.
It doesn't tractor.
Right. Alright, versus climbing the hill. Not a problem, really. It's really just the steps that make it difficult. Yeah, getting the front wheel up I don't think is an option. But anyways, guys, yeah, thank you for riding along with me today. If you like this video, please leave me a like down below. If you're new here, please subscribe. We'd like to do adventures like this on a weekly basis, and I'd love to have you along for the ride. So until next time, guys, please be sure to have fun, take care, and ride safe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, be sure to get out there and have adventures of your own. And I will see you guys next time. Later.
Thanks for watching the video. If you liked what you saw, please let me know down in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like button. If you are new here, please subscribe to see more adventures just like this one. For information about my riding gear or the various ways you can help support the channel, please check out the links below or head over to www.eachadventure.com. I'll see you in the next one.